Hey guys, welcome to another Workshop Wednesday. This is Lawler. We've got JBoogie here, who's actually my longest sub and my first sub ever on Twitch. Shoutouts to JBoogie for the long time support. 33 months. This is going to be a Grand Champ 3v3 game between him and JBoogie. Someone in chat also asked, are you better than John Sandman 1v1? I'm insulted you would even question that. John, please 1v1 me so we can answer and settle it. But yes, I would like to think I'm better than John Sandman 1v1. We've never 1v1, but I would like to assume. John, 1v1 me. We'll find out. It'll be fun. You can even put Rumble in there. I don't care. Anyway, JBoogie 3v3. Let's find out what he did right and wrong. So far, so good. Positioning and patience on everything has been solid. Good recovery. And a shot on target. Positioning's clean the whole time. Lets the play to develop. Recovery's been good. So far, so good, JBoogie. Jump on this one's a little bit off. So this is what I mean about like challenges. This also applies towards aerials. When he's going for this jump, he's moving to the left rather than straight. So his trajectory goes off a little bit, and then he's got to correct it in the air. You're gonna see it here in a sec. So he's going this way. He's going left. And you see him turn. So when he jumps, and you can see it by the little puff here, right? He's jumping and moving this way. He needs to be moving this way. So when he jumps, his car is going to go this way, but now he has to expend boost. This is going to be boost, terrible boost, to go this way, to correct so he hits this angle. Watch what happens. So he jumps, his car's moving to the left, still moving left. He's now going to rotate super hard to the right and try to push so he can catch that ball. Your car facing this way shows to me that you are not on the right trajectory path initially, right? Comes across, ends up missing the challenge because of it. Yo, Buzz, appreciate the host, man. Hopefully you had a good stream. Should have got that midfield boost, but he missed it. Not a big deal. Good early challenge, denies the play from developing. Goes for boost deny right away. Also good. Rotates wide. So far, pretty clean. I wouldn't recommend that on that aerial. So he does have a teammate behind him. In this time, quick chat's really important. Calling I got it is going to be huge. That's up on the D-pad by default. I would call I got it on this if he's going to do this. The other option is to go to net. So two options here. There's one player here. There's another player here. No ideal scenario. It's both. I would probably say it's this one because the other teammate is rotating back while this is happening. Let's see if I can show that. So this ball gets cleared. Furthest man back is the one that should get it because that means he's going to be able to get to it first on a clear, right? So he is the first one to go for it. Second one to follow that up. Because of that, just to be clear, just to be smart, do it. Hit up on the D-pad. Say, I got it. Go up on the wall. As soon as you aerial for this, you remove your ability to clear it hard. You don't want this to settle in your own half because even though, yes, he does have a teammate behind him to help, completely removed out of the play, attacking player, soon to be an attacking player. So technically you're putting yourself in a 2v3. It initially starts with a 2v2. Right? And lefty still has to rotate out. So from here, what you want to do, if you can, boost up the wall instead of going for an aerial. By aerialing this, you're basically killing the possession of the ball. The only way is if he's leaning backwards here. So if his car's leaning this way, and he bonks it into his own backboard and then clears it out. So the only way I could see this is if he continues to face this way, he hits it like here at the apex. It bounces and then goes out. Unless you can play it into corner. Corner would be okay too, because then it would allow his teammate to sweep through and take it. But I would recommend driving up the wall and trying to meet the ball when it gets here and causing a pinch effect and launching that downfield. I would go up the wall. I would drive. Because hitting it soft there settles to the other team. Luckily, he's got a teammate to support, and it works out. Leaves his teammate for the boost. Good. Play that over to your teammate. A little bit too far around it, but wants to play that to his teammate. Right idea, though. I see this. This is a great passing opportunity downfield. Nobody in this area. Two options. If that ball comes across, you can either self-pass it and go for a solo play. In this play, it's faster to pass it, so I would pass it. If this ball comes across, meet it here. Play back to 2K. 2K should move downfield. This is what they call in soccer a give and go. Also, giveaway, thank you for that. I'll thank you after the replay. Appreciate it, man. So, give and go. Pass here. Pass back. It's usually to get around one defender, but there's no defender there. It's just a great way to move downfield and make it difficult for the defense to read. Okay? So, ball comes across. JBoogie meets it. Plays it back across. Unfortunately, he doesn't get around it. He ends up hitting it like on this side of the car instead of like here. So, it plays to the left instead. So, here. You see where he hits it? He gets underneath it and hits it here, which causes it to go downfield in this area. If he hits it a little bit over to the side, he can play it back across rather than clearing. Because this is just throwing away possession, technically. Ends up working out because they force someone up. Try to play that across to your teammate. I think he wanted to just mistouch. It happens. Get there for the dunk. Almost. Good save. Really good save. Like the idea. In net, no speed. Has no ability to recover, and a shot's coming in. Right? Shot's coming in. He can easily turn and go for the bump, which he does. Great play. Like the decision. Two options here. Either go for the bump on the shot. That's going to lead to more of an immediate goal. If they want to go for more sustained pressure, take the boost, grab this, rotate out, and get ready to attack as well. Two options there. Go for the bump for the immediate shot. Get the boost. For those that are a little bit lower and don't know what he's doing here, if you want to rotate out faster, this is very common. You're going to see it. No boost, right? As soon as he gets this boost pad, jump and boost at the same time. You'll propel yourself significantly faster. I'll show you the difference. Okay. You're going to see a regular jump first. This is with the boost. Significantly faster. Using boost and going forward at the same time. It's a very, very common thing. If those don't use it, it's going to definitely increase your speed of play. Missed the double touch. That sucks. That guy should have had that. Still good patience from Boog. No boost. Oof. Let's see what happened. So you played out. Okay, that double jump. This is something that people do way too much. You want to put power on this hit. You want to clear this downfield because you guys need boost. All of you are rotating. You all need boost, right? No one on this team is going to beat you to this ball. At all. And because of that, there is no need to quickly get into the air, right? Two chances to use a quick aerial. Let me have a... So, when using a aerial, and then there is the quick aerial. Okay. The reason why you're doing this in the quick aerial, the only time you should ever do this is to get to the ball first. Okay. It's the only time you should ever use a quick aerial. Ever. If you want to get to the ball first, quick aerial. It's the fastest way to get to the ball. Simple as that. But if you are trying to get the power on a clear, the only things that you need to pay attention to are, can I get to it first without quick aerialing? And in this case, the answer is yes. This guy's not doing it. He's trying to recover. This guy's getting bumped by lefty. This guy is way too far, and the ball is going to land roughly in this area. Because of that, all JBoogie needs to do is go up an aerial, and then when he gets to the point of where the ball contact, use that second jump to flip forward, and it will boom the shit out of it. Instead, jumps here. He's got on the right path, uses his boost. He jumps again here for no particular reason. By jumping again here, yes, you get higher on it, but all that's going to do is kill your power, and the ball's going to settle in this area, which is perfect for Rays to come in and attack. If it's a pass, maybe. If it's a pass, maybe. You can possibly play it down to lefty and maybe do something there. But in this circumstance, get rid of it. Sees it here. Uses the corner of his nose. Uses this to get power. But if he used that and flipped into it, this ball would launch and go downfield. But this subtle hit now ends up right in his lap. So no need to use that second jump for aerial or for height. And now it puts them on defense. Luckily, it gets cleared out right away. But if you just boom that downfield, you don't have any of that pressure in the first place. Wow, what a save. A little bit too high on that, or a little bit too far underneath on that. Didn't expect that one to go up. Okay. So you're fine on that. This thing I'm paying attention to is if he's out of position on this, if he could have avoided it. This shot comes in. Based upon the way that it looks, it does not look like it's going to go up. It, to me, looks like it's either going to play over here or play over here. So he's in the right position for it. It ends up playing high, which puts him out of position. Not necessarily his fault. Based upon what I'm seeing here, the shot isn't going to go up. It ends up popping high. It's a really good save by Primal. Dude, this defense would be so frustrating to play against right now. They've made a lot of last-second saves. This game could easily be like 4-0. Go for boost and I. Go for the demo. Nope. Careful on those two. Those boosts can definitely be stolen by the other team. If it's between you or the other team getting the boost, just take it. I don't care if you have a 99. Just take it. You don't want them to be able to deny that from you or stay in the play. Quick aerial to get to the ball. Good. Demo trade. Not fun. Play that to the right. So a little bit dangerous on this one. So on this challenge, there's kind of a scary thing with it is he's positioning so he can play it across because he knows that he has this open field. The difficulty, though, is Rays is also challenging it downfield. And by not putting himself in a direct line of contact with the ball, it's going to force a pinch out in the least angle of resistance, is what we usually say, which will pinch it this way. The difficulty, though, is if he loses that 50-50 and Rays gets a good one, it's just going to dunk pass and really set up Primal. So he needs to be careful on that. You can either do that mid-air. The sooner you do it, the sooner your teammate has time to react to what's developing. By waiting on the ground, and you're going to see it and what he wants to do. I'll tell you his intent here in a sec. So JBoogie's intent with this, as you can see, he's going a little bit wider, is he wants to play this across this way with hitting it here on his car, right? So by going wider, it allows him to get a sharper angle to play it across. And by hitting the ground, he can get a pinch effect. So as soon as the ball hits the ground and then pops up, if he hits it at that same time, it applies more power and allows him to hit it harder across. The difficulty, though, is with this challenging player. You can see it. And here. If I hit this ball from here and he hits it directly on point, notice how this area is all open. Therefore, the ball is going to go this way. Okay? If JBoogie attacks it from a direct point of attack, he has the lower ground. He's going to be more grounded in the neutral. And this guy's going to be up. So he's going to actually win this 50-50. This guy's going to bounce off. He's going to maintain possession. Obviously, that point's too far. He wants to play this cross to his teammate anyway, so he's trying to pinch it off and hit it to set up his teammate who's over here. It ends up pinching out, working in his favor, though. Needs to be careful, though, because that's a 50-50 that could be very dangerous. Good positioning by Lefty, though. Really good positioning by Lefty. TK's got to put that on target. JBoogie can't miss that. Ooh. Bump the last guy rotating back. Should get them a little bit extra time. Same thing for this 50-50 in the air. So this time he jumps into it for power, which is the right idea because he doesn't need to be the first one to it. But he's hitting the ball here instead of hitting it here. Because that it pinches towards his net. You need to make sure you're putting yourself directly behind the ball when you're going for a challenge against another player. It's why Fireburner is so good at them. Fireburner almost always hits it right here. Like 100% of the time, pretty much. Is what it feels like, at least. Because he doesn't lose them often. But you need to find a way to put yourself in a position to where you're hitting the center of mass of the ball and you're putting yourself behind that. Hitting it with the corner and rolling into it is the best way to do it. But he's hitting it here rather than in the middle. And the guy who is behind it is hitting it in the middle, which then forces it to go the other way. Something you guys may not notice either. 35 boost here. The replay doesn't show it, but this boost is up. Okay? This boost is up. It's just bugged out right now because of replay. Okay, so I'm going to draw a 100 boost really poorly. Okay, so that 100 boost is technically available. What JBoogie does is instead of going for that 100 boost, because he knows they might be under sustained offense, he gets this boost pad and this boost pad, which brings him to the 58-ish area. I forget where it is specifically. $59, my bad. So instead of denying 100 boost, you only need roughly about 35 to 40 to do everything in Rocket League. The only time is if it's a sustained aerial, like going for a ceiling shot or, you know, a double tap or, you know, whatever. But to go up for a ball in the air to make a challenge, you only need roughly about 35 boost. So rather than putting that boost respawn on another 10-second cycle and denying it from his teammates, he literally just goes for the small boost pads, has 60 boosts, which is more than plenty to do what he needs to. Really smart play. Great boost management. Lets his teammate in. Good play on this too. So the decision making on this. He can be first to this ball. JBoogie can easily beat his teammate to this ball. The difficulty is if he does, that is going to pinch towards his net, which you don't want to do. You don't want to put it in front of your net unless you can clearly control it over or put a shot that rolls across. But I can't see any attacking defenders. I have no idea who is right here, which is scary. Someone could easily come across and deny that. And because of that, he doesn't actually go for this. He allows 2K, his teammate who is in a better position, to come across and play this away from their net. Really smart play. Now he's in a position to clear it. Great job. I can honestly say, out of every analysis video I've done, this is our 11th one. JBoogie has played the cleanest so far, out of any analysis I've done so far. Despite that, he's still making mistakes, and I hope that tells you guys something. Another good challenge. Doesn't get the hit, but good challenge. Backs off. Lets his teammate get it. Good. Flip into it. Good. Good 50. Go to get the boost and then support it. Nice. A little dangerous on that back end. Those angles are really tough. Something the pros I think are the best at is finding a way to handle shit like this. Like, this is a really awkward ball. It's going into the, like, kind of that curvature of the corner. And if it hits here, it's going to go back towards his target. If he hits it wrong, it's going to neutralize, like, right here. So somewhere about here on the field, which is a really good shot opportunity for the other team. These are really, really awkward to handle, and it's something I see pros do so fucking well. And I personally still am awkward with it. But the best way to do it is to jump off the wall, rotate, and then try to hit it. It's not easy to do. It takes a lot of practice because you're moving backwards across your body and this and that. But you're basically trying to neutralize it for a teammate or try to hit it somewhere away from your net. But the difficulty you face with that is you're passing it to the other team. You need to find a way to hit it somewhere else. The only thing I can think of is if he catches it over here and plays it down over to this half of the field. But still, it's scary. I don't blame him for not going for it. Just try to support the net. Never a bad thing. In moments where you're not feeling comfortable, it's never bad to rotate back to net. Just always rotate net if you feel bad. Go back post, support your team, be in a position to make a save. But good win. Good win. I honestly don't have much for JBoogie. He played that really well. The only thing you can do is play faster, make sure your touches are better. It's just making sure you're doing your training packs every day. Show your consistency in your shots. A couple shots I think you could add better shots on, but other than that, like, clean rotations, great boost management, positioning was on point, the decision making was clean. Like, it's truly a Grand Champ level player. JBoogie played great.